It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I don't run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Now it's my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end.
Hold on, let me get my guy in there. He had a good season, Jalen. Oh, shit. It's not even nothing like that. It's not you. I'm trying to get a trade for you. See what we can work out. You're not the problem. I want you to think you're the problem. Willie Beeman season.
Zone for a touchback.
Down, 50, plant. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go. Rush in. Hard.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
We always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he's AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Off-play action. Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hey, Orbit. Mike 54. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 54. Yeah. Defense wins championships, baby. Steve Griffin.
From the gun, Lawrence. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
On second down now. It's Armstrong, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off
whole
at the
league
23.
running that play.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator.
I know
Asked
the
him,
voters
what did you see
giving,
on tape?
respect.
What did you see on film? And they talked about
Crazy
mechanics,
if my man don't
making
make
sure
the
that he
photo.
gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game
Watch this
here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Come on, Willie.
The Colts are going to get
Two
him. Down he
touchdowns
goes.
open, Willie.
We knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play
Get
from
nervous,
scrimmage.
man.
Got after him right out of the
He's
gate.
17.
So
right?
after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Gotta show the fans what you can give them. That's it.
2nd and 14. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Hayward. 53, Mike. I'm coming for you. You lie. They go.
He'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play
There
of
you
the
go,
drive,
Willie.
third down,
You gonna change it.
spectacular
That's what they wanna
catch,
see.
turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll look to throw now on first down. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
53 is the Mike. We don't want this. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On first down, McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it
My
all
name
over
is
the yard,
Willie.
not necessarily
Willie
accurately.
Bean, man.
In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, watch it.
Back to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
Oh,
back of the end zone. Can
ball,
he get his
dog,
feet down? No, it's incomplete.
We got one guy still sitting in the contract negotiation screen. I wonder who it is.
Tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Get me a young dog in the draft this year. He can snatch everything off the sky. As soon as my man Fats make this trade with me, somebody come get Jalen off.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
53's a month. 53. Check 53. Switch gears.
Come home early.
2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Never want to see no grown man
Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Got those kids
so
over there on
back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Push him back. Push him back. Shit. You draw forward. Step.
On first down, Lawrence. Campbell making the catch. And he's got this down to the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
If you do that. Oh, my God.
Catch made here by Campbell.
Oh,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Is not guilty.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I gave him space.
He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
That too, though. Jalen would have made that, though. Tight window. I had to keep both these niggas, man. Quarterback competition.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And look,
operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Armstrong.
Hello, man.
Lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Hello, man. Don't forget where I put you.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best moment.
Absolutely not.
Here as he's taken down.
Absolutely not.
Lorenzo Carter, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
That's all they book.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kick.
And he'll be brought down.
You took that away,
by the Colts.
and you had nothing else.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Got him, Ted.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Back to throw here.
Lost his little ass.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh my
The
gosh.
dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs
He's
on the
done,
field
gang.
covered up
He's
essentially
beat.
every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
What a throw. What a catch. Come on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I know one nigga knows Donnie Blake.
Here we go. Here we go. Check. 53's mine.
We'll pull over and down.
They'll set up a throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oh, shit, he let it go. I could still fix that motherfucker in. All right, let's get nasty now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Dying.
He'll look to throw.
Dying.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
I need to make a phone call. Anybody got a dying?
13 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
Hey, Steve Nash, pass this to me. Dying.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
get back with it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Thanks for my money. 28-7.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So are we good? What are we doing there?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Such a bust.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
Leo. Shoot.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A little inaccurate with that thing, man.
You. Go. 54, right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chop.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Gotta explain.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They'll try the left side. McFarland, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Get ready. 53 is the mark.
They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern, maybe some ball tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. throwing on first down. Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Down. 8, read. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On first down, Lawrence.
I'm about to say, gang, let D Green get the joint though, man. Young pup out there working his fucking ass off, man. I got everything. 28. Yeah, 28. I got everything. You see me plus trying to try to get that motherfucker out there, too. Yeah. I need the computer to do that shit for me. Just pick my own passes off, man. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it, Rock. Fuck, I'm the nigga working out here. Yeah, that man.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Oh, man.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You got to call something.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
No reason that he's dropped.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Not only is Champ out of position,
coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned
I know you rapping.
all
your
year
sister
long,
spit too.
he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
The Simeon here. I consider you a fan. Shit, that fan.
33. Let's go, defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Don't just get caught on this shit. Like, 4th down, a guy like A. Robinson would have did everything in his power to come down with that.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
I don't understand why the Pro Bowl voters won't put 28 in there.
Getting first downs.
What else do I got to do?
Right, keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And it's just a good too. It is, man. We good over there.
From the gun, Lawrence.
Why you keep trying me, man? If he don't make the fucking Pro Bowl voters, seriously.
Picked off right around the 43.
Don't go at 28.
Going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Good
He's
job.
going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Just look at me. Go.
Off play action. Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Armstrong. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a
Kicking up sand
right?
over
Not
there.
an actual player, no chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Do.
Please grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
Just kicking
I
up
would
sand.
expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 50. Go. Mike 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 20-yard touchdown.
Either way, that's my fault, though.
And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I
A
be
diving
eating it,
catch
though,
for
yeah?
the score. He laid out.
Oh,
That
I
was
be
special.
needing it.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
We can't do that in that coverage. That's just, you do it too much.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen.
It's not the best team to judge
This is
you
a
up
chance
against,
for them
really.
to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, man. Every time we played these coaches, it's been ugly. And they're not that much better than us. That's what sucks.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Make sure
Give
you
it
look
6 on
over
the
the
clock.
body.
It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
Come on, set. AC Gator. Ready.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Lawrence. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
We have to see
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Run back there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Good luck in the playoffs, man. Give him hell, man. Man. This one Willie is through for 93 yards, man. I don't know if we can turn it over to him, man. Pulling the deal, Fats. It's off the table. Well, season's done, babe. I understand if you don't want to be with a loser. Good year, Morgan. Seriously, no bullshit. No, you didn't do anything wrong. You had a great rookie season. We're going to be able to do some things with you, son. Good year. Nico, good year. I didn't even expect a lot from you. You had a good season, son. Good job. Work on that route running. Get ready for next year. Good job, son. Don't even worry about it. Sit right there, son. Trade pending. And that concludes today's broadcast.